Hi there everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this toilet paper cover. It's not really hard, it's done in cotton and I used 2 threads of my cotton and yeah, I've used 3 different colors. You can do it all in one color if you like. You could do it just without the yellow, but I just want to make mine pretty colorful. Depends on the colors in your bathroom. It is slightly wider at the bottom, which I did purposefully because I wanted it wider at the bottom, and you just stretch it down a bit depending on the cotton you used. But I'm going to show you how to make this. So to begin this project I'm going to be using the Red Heart Classic Crochet thread, and I'm going to be doubling it. It's a size 10 and you're supposed to use a 1.5mm crochet hook, but because I'm doubling it I'm using a larger hook, a 3.75mm crochet hook. So whichever colors you want you can use, but just remember you are doubling them. So you need 2 balls of yarn, and you can just make a little ball from the one if you don't have 2 each. And yeah, so let's get started. To start, you're just going to take your yarn and make a slip knot out of the 2 together, and then we are going to just do a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go into that very first chain. So you do 4 and you're going to go into the first chain and just slip stitch together. Okay, then you're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and this is going to stand for your first double crochet, and then you're going to do double crochets in the middle of that ring until you have 12 double crochets. So just go ahead and do that and just make 12 double crochets, actually including this one. So 12 double crochets in this ring, and I'll meet you once I've got them. Right, so once you've done 12 in your circle, you're going to come up to the top of this chain here, your 3 chain that you had made, and go into the very first chain that you had made with a slip stitch. And then you're going to do chain 3, which is going to stand for your first double crochet. Right, so once you've done your chain 3 you're going to do another chain 4, so you ultimately have chain 7. The first 3 is for your double crochet and then it's chain 4. So then you're going to skip the next stitch and go into the next one with a double crochet, and then you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip that one and go into the next, chain 4, skip that one and go into your next stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip that one, go into the next, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip that, go into the next, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go into the top of this third one, the third chain that you had made, 1, 2, 3 with a slip stitch, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain spaces. So as long as you've got your 6 chain spaces you are in good shape. Alright, now you're going to do chain, well, you want to get into this space, so you're going to just slip stitch into that first space, and then you're going to do chain 3, which stands for 1 double crochet, and then you're going to do another 4 double crochets in this very same space. So ultimately you need 5 in this first chain space. So that's 4 and 5, and then you're going to do 1 chain, and you're going to do the same thing in your next space. You're going to do 5 double crochets. So 1, 4, 5, and then chain 1, and then 5 in the next one. So all that you're doing is 5 double crochets, chain 1, 5 doubles, chain 1. So go ahead and do that all the way around. 5 double crochets in your space, chain 1, 5 and chain 1. So go ahead and do that and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Alright, so once you have finished doing 5 double crochets with a chain 1 in each of these spaces, you're going to come up to the top of this chain into the third one and slip stitch into that stitch. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to do a chain 3 for your first double crochet, and you want to do 1 double crochet in each one of these. So you need to have 5. Chain 3 and then go into this space over here with a double crochet. That's 2. 1 in the next, that's 3. In the next 4, and the next one 5. So you have 5 double crochets. And the only difference in this row is that you're going to be doing chain 3 in between. So 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to do 5 in each one of these double crochets. So this is really easy. It's 1, 4 and 5. And then once again 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. So that's what it looks like. You're doing 1 in each with 3 chain, and you're going to do the same thing all the way around. So this is a real easy one. So just go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do mine, and it's 5 double crochets, 1 in each of these stitches with 3 chains in between. So go ahead and do that, and then I'll meet you back at the end of this round. Alright, so once you've gone around, you're going to do the same thing, chain 3, and then come into this, the top of the chain that you had made in the beginning with a slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, and you're going to go into each one of these so that you have 5 double crochets again, and then once again you're going to do chain, but the only difference between this one is you're going to do 5 chain in between. So once again, this is an easy round. So instead of the 3, so just make sure you've got your 5 over there, then you're going to do 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double crochets in each one of these again, which will give you 5 double crochets. So 1 and 5, and then 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what it looks like. So you're just going all the way around now, and you're doing 5, same thing here, 1 double crochet in each, but you've got 5 chain going around. So do that all the way around, same exactly as what you've been doing here, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, so now you've gone into the top of this stitch over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the first 2 double crochets together, then we're going to do 1 double crochet and the next 2 together. Now your first one with the chain 3 is a little bit awkward, so you kind of have to just do them normal, and then do 1 in the middle, and now your end 2 you do together. So you'll go in the first one, go through 2 and bring up your yarn again, go through 2, and then you go through all 3. Okay, then we're going to do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain, and then we're going to do the same thing. So these 2 get done together. So you go into your first stitch, go through 2, go into the next one, go through 2, and then go through all 3. Okay, or a normal double crochet in the next, and then the next 2 together. So you'll go into this one, go through 2, go into this one, go through 2, and then go through all 3 loops, and that's bringing those in. And then you're going to do 9 chain again, 1, 2, 8 and 9, and then you're going to do the same thing. These 2 get done together. So you just go through 2, go into your next stitch, go through 2, and then go through all 3, and then the next stitch is just plain, do 1, and then the next 2 get done together. Go through 2, next one, go through 2, and then you go through all 3, and then you do your 9 chain again. So that's all you're going to do for this round. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're going to do the exact same thing all the way around. So now you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to do these 2 together, 1 double crochet, and these 2 together with 9 chain. So go ahead and do all yours, and I'll meet you back. So I've come all the way around, and same thing, we're going to go into the top of this chain with a slip stitch, and we're going to chain 3. Okay, now we want to get rid of, we're going to be using 3 stitches. The first one, the next one, and we're doing these all together, and the next one. Go through 2 and then go through all 3 of these. So we're getting rid of a whole bunch off here. Then you're going to do 4 13, sorry, chain. 1, 2, 3, 13 chain, and you're going to do the same thing in here. You're going to go into these 3 stitches and do them together. So 1, go through 2, go into the next stitch, go through 2, go into the next stitch, go through 2, and then go through all of them. And then you're going to do your 13 chain again. And that should bring your little petal in even more. Okay, so you're going to do 13 chain, 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, and same thing. You're going to the first one, just go through 2, go into the next one, go through 2, go into the next one, go through 2, and go through all of them, and then you're going to do your 13 chain again. So do that all the way around when you've got your 13 chain in between, and I will meet you back here. Right, so when you come to the end of this one, do the same thing. You're going to be going into the top of this cluster that you did, but now I'm going to be changing colors. Now if you aren't changing colors, that's fine, but if you are, you want to do your slip stitch with your new color. So I'm just going to slip stitch my new color through. Whoops. Slip stitch it through there and hold on to these yarns because we'll sew them on. Alright, so now what we want to do, in fact, see all these yarns, I'm going to just put it to the right, and I'm going to be slip stitching into this next space right over here, and I'm just going to go under them. So just go into that space and slip stitch, and now I've hooked them under there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 14 double crochets in this space. So I'm going to do 1 in the chain 3 stands for 1, and then I'm going, so I've done my chain 3, and I'm going to do 14 double crochets in this chain space, but I want to try and get them into these actual chains, because otherwise they're going to be scattered all over. And so just try and go into as many of these chains as you can. You'll have to do maybe 2 in one of them because we don't have enough chains, but that's alright, just as long as you can get them generally into that chain. Otherwise, as I said, they're going to flip all over the place. So go ahead and do that, and as long as you got 14 of these double crochets, that's what you want. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you once I've got my 14 in. Alright, so there I've got my 14 in, and you want to have them fairly evenly spaced if you are putting more than one in. So go ahead and do that in the next one as well, even if you go into this very first one over here. So that's all you're doing for this round. You're going to do 14 double crochets in each of these chains, making your chain space. And then I will meet you back again at the end of this. So go ahead and do that. Do your 14 in each of these, and I will meet you back over here. Right, so once you've gone all the way around with your 14 in each of these, as I said, some of them you'd have to put 2 in, which doesn't matter. It's really just getting this effect. Then you're going to slip stitch into the top of this stitch, and you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to be doing 4 double crochets together in the front and 4 in the back, and then we're going to be doing 6 in the middle. So that should be 14, yeah. So we're going to do 1, then I'm going in the same spot. This is number 2, number 3. Remember, you're just going through 2, and then number 4. Go through 2, and then you go through all of them at the same time. Okay, and then you're going to go into the next 6 with double crochet. 1, 2, 5, and 6. And then the last 4, you do these 4 all together. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you go through 2 and then go through all of them. Okay, and that's bringing that in a little bit. And then you are going to chain. Then we're going to do chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do the exact same thing over here. So these 4 get crocheted together. 1, 2, 3 and 4 together, and then the next 6 you just do double crochets, 1, 2, 5 and 6, and then the last 4 get crochet together, 1, 2 and 3 and the last one, 4, and then you go through all of them, and then you chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you repeat that. So really what you've got is, with your 14 you do 4 together, double crochet 6, 4 together, and that's in each one of the stitches. Chain 4, 4 doubles together, 6 doubles in each, 1 in each, and 4 doubles together, chain 4, and then do that. So you're going to do that all the way around, and it should be looking like this. Alright, so for our next round, when you come here, you'll finish with chain 4, and you'll just go into the top of this stitch that you had doubled together. Okay, and then we're going to be doing 3 trebles together. So this will stand for my first one, not trebles, doubles. That's the first one, that's the next one, and that's the next one. And then go through those. And then it's going to be 2 double crochets in the next, so 1, 2, and then the next 3 together as well. That's 1, 2 and 3. And then we're going to do 4 chain. No, we had done 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain, and then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go in here, that's 1, 2 and 3, and then through all of those, whoops, and then it was 2, 1, 2, and then 3 together. And I'll show you this again. That's 1, 2 and 3. And then through all of them. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you should be, it's bringing your work in quite a bit, but you need it to. So basically what you're doing is you're doing 3 together, 3 doubles together, and then 2 doubles there and 3 doubles in the end, and then 6 chain in between. So I'll do another set with you. So you're going to go in this very first one, that's 1, because we're doing 3 doubles together. That was 1, in the next one, 2, in the next one, that's 3, and then go through all of those. And then you've got 2 doubles, that's 1, 2, and then 3 doubles together, 1, 2, and 3. And then you go through all of those and then chain 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's what you should be looking like now. We're just bringing this in more now. So go ahead and finish this row, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, so once you've gone all the way around, you do your last chains and you slip stitch into the top of those that you had done together. Now for this row we're going to be doing 2 doubles together, 2 doubles together, and chain 10. So this is another easy round. You start with your chain 3, and then I'm going into this one, and these two really just have to be done separately, but it's just the way it is. Now you're going to do these 2 together, and then you're going to do chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now just remember, as you're going around, you know, everybody crochets differently. Some people crochet thicker, tighter, and others are looser. Now if you find that yours is getting too tight, you can add more chain in here. It's not going to damage or hurt your work. The main thing is that you're wanting it to fit on your toilet paper. Now these are the double rolls which I'm making this for. So just keep trying it on your toilet paper and it will work. I'm still going to be pulling these down a little bit. We're going to do an extra row, come back. But as long as it's fitting your toilet paper, you see I'm going to be joining these together there. So it's going to be like that. But you don't have to, but that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, just make sure it's fitting nicely around you, that it's not too tight or it's not too loose. That's the main thing that you're wanting. So keep trying yours. And as I say, if you need to, you can add more chains where I add chains. Or you can do slightly less chains than what I'm doing. If yours is too loose, then you can do less chains. So anyway, so I'm doing 10 here. Okay, so I try and go through the top 2 loops of this one. Go through 2, leave those 2 on, go through the next 2 and then all 3, and then the same thing for the next 2. Go through 2, next one, go through 2 and go through all 3. You did your 2 doubles together here and you did your 2 doubles together there. Now you're going to do chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to come into the middle of this one. Now it's probably better just to go into the stitch, so you just got to kind of find where the middle is and go into this stitch with a single crochet, and then you're going to do 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go in here, it's going to be a little bit floppy all over, and I'm wanting it to be a little bit more precise. That's why I'm actually going into the stitch. And then the next one, once again, you're going into this first one, half your double, the next one with half a double, and then through all of them, and then the same with the next 2. Go through 2, next one, go through 2, and then go through all 3. And then you're going to do chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the middle of this one again with a single crochet, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's what it's looking like now. So you're literally just joining it onto that one. Okay, so it's 2 doubles together, 2 doubles together, chain 5, single crochet in the middle, chain 5, and then your 2 doubles together. So let me do it with you one more time. So in this first one, 1, next one, and through all 3, and then the next 2, same thing. In here, go through 2, in here, go through 2, and then through all 3, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet in the middle of this, and chain 5, and then you start it all over again. So do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the beginning of this one. Alright, so once again we came all the way around and you slip stitched into the top of these 3 that you did together, and you chain 3. It's the same story, except now we're going to do 3 doubles together on top of these ones. So that's why you have to chain 3 for your first one. Just go through 2, and it's all in that same space. Go through 2 and then go through all 3. So it's 3 together. Now we're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to single crochet in the space. You don't have to do it in the chain for this one. Going to go in the space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in this space. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 doubles together in the middle of that one. So 1, 2, 3, and then through all 3. And that's what it looks like, and that's what we're going to do now for this round. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in this space, chain 3, single crochet in this space, chain 3, chain 3, and then your 3 doubles together in this same space here. 1, 2, 3, and then go through all of them. And then you do the same thing, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the first space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the second space, chain 3, and your 3 double crochets together. And that's what you're going to do all the way around. So do that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the beginning of this round. Alright, so once you've gone around, you're going to do your chain 3, and you're going to just come into the top of this stitch and slip stitch. Alright, so you're going to, once you've slip stitched in there, you can do chain 2. Usually you would have 1 chain for single crochet, but I want to do 2 in the beginning here, and then you're going to do 1 single in the very same place. Okay, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in this first chain space, chain 3, single crochet in this next chain space, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain space, and then you're going to do 2 singles in this space here just above those 3. Whoops. So just do 2 singles in there. Okay, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in your first space, chain 3, single crochet in your next space, chain 3, single crochet in your next space, chain 3, and single crochet 2 singles above your doubles together there, just 2 single crochets. And this is what you should be looking like now. And just remember where you started, because you just did a single crochet. It's a little harder to see, but that's where you start. Don't go past it. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do for this round. All that you're doing is your 2 singles above your doubles here, chain 3, single in the first, chain 3, single in the next, chain 3, single in the next, chain 3, and 2 singles above that. So do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. Alright, so once again you're going to go into the top of this place where you did the 2 singles together, not together, just 2 single crochets, and I'm going to chain 2 again, and then I'm going to do another single crochet in here, and you're doing the exact same thing for this round. 1, 2, 3, single in here, the first space, 1, 2, 3, single in the next, 1, 2, 3, chain, and single crochet in here, 1, 2, 3, chain, and 2 singles in here. So you are basically doing the same thing as the other round. So just keep doing that. As I say, it's just doing 2 single crochets in here, and then 3 chain, 1 single crochet in each space, and then 2 singles over here. So do this round, and I'll meet you back at the end of that round. Alright, so you should have done this round 2 times, where you did 2 double crochets, 3 chain, single crochet, 3 chain, single crochet, 3 chain, single crochet, and 2 double crochets. That should have been done 2 times. Now for the next round, the third one, you're going to slip stitch in here like you have been doing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that stands for a double crochet and 2 single crochets. And then you're going to go into your next stitch with a double crochet and then chain 2. And this is all that we're going to do for this round. Go into your next stitch with a double crochet and chain 2. Double crochet, chain 2. Double crochet, chain 2. And this is all that we're going to do for this round. You're going to go all the way around, 1 in each of these, just with a double crochet and 2 chains. So that's an easy round, and you should be looking like this. Alright, so we've gone all the way around. Now be careful, because you don't want to do 1 in this space over here. This is actually the 3 that we did here is actually standing for this one, because look, it's in the middle of that which you don't want. So just don't go in that one. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you did, it's going to be slightly bigger, but I'm just going to go over into this one over here with a slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to chain 3, 1 2 3, and that's standing for your first double crochet, and you're going to do another one in the same place. So that's 2 double crochets in the first space, chain 2, and then 2 in the next. 2, chain 2, and 2 doubles in the next. And that's what you're going to do for this round. 2 double crochets with chain 2 in between. And you're going to do that in each one of these spaces. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back again at the end of this round. As I say, 2 double crochets in each chain space with 2 chains in between. So you're going to be looking like this. So do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, so once you've come all the way around, I'm going to go into the top of the chain 3, but I'm going to change my color, and I'm going to go back to red. So if you wanted to change your color, change it now, and we're just going to pull it through there, and I'm going to do the exact same row here as what I did on the previous row. So it's going to be chain 3, 1 2 3, and another double crochet in this stitch here, and then chain 2, and then 2 double crochets in these. So you're just going on top of this with a double crochet in the first one and a double crochet in the next one, and then chain 2, and the same thing, double crochet in here and a double crochet in here, and then chain 2. So you're doing the exact same thing, just on top of this one. So go ahead and do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back. So once you've gone all the way around and you've finished that, just come into the top of this chain 3 that you had done and slip stitch, and I'm finishing with this color yarn. So you can either finish it or we'll just change our yarn over. Alright, so once you've done that, you've joined the bottom part on there, you're going to just join your new color and chain 1. Now all that I'm going to do is single crochet in this first space. I'm going to do 2 single crochets. Actually, I'm going to do 3 single crochets, and then I'm going to chain 4. 1 2 3 4. So you chain 4, skip the first one, go into your second. So you're going into 1 2 and 3. Whoops. And 3, and then you're going to go into the middle of this stitch here with a single crochet, and then you're going to do 3 single crochets again, 1 3, and then you do your chain 4 again, 1 2 3 4, skip the first one, go into the next with a single crochet, that's 1, into the next, that's 2, into the next one, that's 3, and into your middle of these 2 with a single crochet, and you should be looking like this. Then you're going to go into this next space again with 3, 1 2 3 single crochets, then chain 4, 1 2 3 4, skip your first chain, go into the next one, that's 1, into the next one, that's 2, and into the last one, that's 3, then into the middle of these 2 with a single crochet, and you're going to do that all the way around. So go ahead and do that. If you want to do it in the same color, that's great. If you want to do it in the yellow or whatever, whichever style you have. So I'm going to head and do that, and then I'll meet you back. So I've gone all the way around, and I'm doing one more of these chain 4s, 1 2 3 4, and then into the second one from the hook, 1 2 and 3, and then I'm going to just slip stitch in here, and that's it. And I'm going to end my work off right over there, bring my yarn through, and that is done. Alright, so to do this top part, now obviously you can use whichever color you like. I just thought I'd bring in the yellow over here, and you could do it in red, it will also look fine, or in blue, but I just thought I'd bring in another color. So start in the beginning of one of these spots over here, where you, right over here, one of these beginning spots. Just do a slip stitch in there, and actually just, yeah, do a slip stitch and then chain 1 so that it looks like a single crochet. That's going to count as 1. Then you're going to do single crochet in the next 5, so you have 6 all together, 6 single crochet. So that's 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then you're going to do a single crochet into the top of this one here. Just go into the middle of it somewhere, find the middle spot and do a single crochet in that, just to join these two together. And then you're going to go into, you're going to skip 1 and you're going to go into the next 6, 5 and 6. Okay, so you should be looking like this. You've just joined that, so 6 single crochet in the middle of that and another 6, and that's in each one of these double crochets. Then you're going to chain, you're going to do 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to single crochet, well, not that very first one, this one here, and you're going to do a single crochet, that's 1, single crochet in the second one and single crochet in the third one, single crochet in there, and then you're going to do a single crochet in the next space, okay, right over here. Now it's not the end of the world if you go in this one or this, you just really want it to be even over here. So that would stand as my first one, and now we've got to go into the next 5 to make, okay, and then you'll go into the next 5, which give you 6 single crochets again. 1, 2, 3. My cat is playing with my yarn. That's 4, 5 and 6, and then we're going to go into this top one again. Just find the middle of it, single crochet, and then you skip 1, and then in the next 6, 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6, and then you're going to do your 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, skip 1 and single crochet down in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you single crochet in the first one over here again, right over there. Now, as I say, it's not the end of the world if you know exactly where you're putting that one. You generally want it in the next one. So now I've got, that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet in the top one, skip 1, go in the next 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 4, single crochet down 3 and single crochet in your next space. So that's what you're going to do all the way around. It's just going to give you this little bit of a border over here. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you back. Right, so once you've gone all the way around, just make your last little chain 4 and come into the beginning stitch over here. I'm just going to slip stitch in that space. Now you might find that you have 1 or 2 stitches that are a bit too many. Just skip it. It's not, this is kind of free form here. It's not the end of the world if you find you got to skip over 2 stitches here instead of 1. I just generally did it like that. Alright, so that's the top. Now, what you want to do is be sure that it fits. Well, I mean, you should know that it fits. Okay, so now this is what it actually looks like. I haven't sewn anything in. I made it lacier at the bottom, wider at the bottom, because I wanted it to be more spread out at the bottom. So once you've got it on, you'll see it's fairly wide at the bottom. It's wider than the top, but I wanted mine to be like that, so when it sits, you see it's kind of like it's as if it's sitting on top of something as well. So that's what I'm glad that you joined me in this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks so much. Bye.